Hey everybody, you're watching We the Fandom, where we discuss comic books, pop culture, and the fandom experience. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more content. How's it going everybody? Jacob here at We the Fandom, and in today's video, I'll be reviewing episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, titled The Return of the Mandalorian. I would say this was a good episode of Boba Fett, but it was actually a good episode of The Mandalorian. This episode had no Boba Fett, 0. But we did get to see the remnants of the Mandalorian culvert from Navarro, and from the looks of it, it's pretty much just the Armorer and Paz Vizsla, played by Jon Favreau. The episode starts off with Mando on what you could call a planet, or maybe even a ship, using a concept that they basically stole from the movie Elysium, though this planet seems to be more industrialized rather than kind of a luxury planet. After completing a bounty, Mando gets the information on where to find the remnants of the underground Mandalorians, the survivors of Navarro. As I mentioned before, it seems to just be the Armorer, who was the leader of the culvert, and Paz Vizsla, who are still setting up at this point. After Mando explains to the Armorer that he returned Grogu to his people and acquired the Darksaber, we get a small lore dump, as well as some scenes from the Night of 1,000 Tears, which was part of the Great Purge, in which the Empire bombed Mandalore, leaving only those living on the moon of Concordia to survive. And if you watch the Clone Wars series, then you know that it was the Death Watch, a traditionalist faction of Mandalore that wanted to return to their old warlike ways. That remnant seemingly came to be known simply as the Watch, becoming a semi-religious group, with the leader, the Armorer, wearing a helmet sporting horns, likely referencing the period at the end of the Clone Wars in which Darth Maul had taken over Death Watch when he killed Pre Vizsla. Now this isn't new information to the audience, but the Armorer explains to Dinn Djarin that the Darksaber was built by the Mandalorian Tar Vizsla, who was also a Jedi, explains that it is won in combat, and gives its wielder the right to rule Mandalore. She even trains him on how to wield it. Apparently it's really heavy. Now, I'm not that knowledgeable on the lore behind lightsabers, so I don't understand why it would be heavy, but Mando seems to be fighting against it as he wields it. It's also not explained what happened between Dinn Djarin and Bo-Katan after the finale of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. She obviously wanted the Darksaber. That was her whole purpose in Season 2. You're telling me that she just let Dinn Djarin go without a fight? Also, something you can see from the get-go is that Paz Vizsla, who is the descendant of the original Tar Vizsla, creator of the Darksaber, fights Mando for the Darksaber, believing that Dinn Djarin isn't worthy and that it should belong to the clan that forged it. Mando wins the duel, but has to reveal to the Smith that he did take his helmet off at one point, after which he loses the right to call himself Mandalorian, to which he can only gain that right back by going into the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore, though he does get to keep the Darksaber. Now, I'm not sure if the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore is an Easter egg referring to the expanded universe, but if you guys happen to know that, please put that in the comment section below. Because the Razor's Crest was destroyed when Mando met Boba Fett, he had Peli Motto, the mechanic at Mos Eisley, built him a new ship, which he thought was going to be another Razor Crest, but turned out to be an N1 Starfighter, the ship that the Naboo Royal Guard used, which last appeared either in The Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones. I don't remember for sure. After he gets the ship, he's met by Fennec Shand, who offers him money to help Boba Fett. Mando says he'll do it for free, but that before he joins them, he needs to visit Grogu to give him something that he had forged by melting down the Beskar spear. This means we might get to see Luke Skywalker again, after having seen him in the finale of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Now, I've been complaining about the Book of Boba Fett since Episode 1. My complaints almost entirely revolving around the fact that Boba Fett doesn't act like Boba Fett. A travesty in itself, given that some Boba Fett fans have waited decades for something like a Boba Fett TV series. And it's ironic, because Boba Fett's arrival was my favorite part of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. I didn't really care about anything else after that. Dinn Djarin seemed pretty boring next to Boba Fett. But with Mando appearing again, it's revitalized excitement in the show, which is both good and bad. Just as was the case with The Mandalorian, you shouldn't have another character overshadow the main character on a show that's named after them. But just like Season 2 of Mando, it's happened here. Mando is even acting more like classic Boba Fett, being more ruthless, more violent. He cut a guy in half at the beginning of the episode before cutting his head off. Unless the information is wrong, I read that there are going to be 7 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, meaning that the next episode is likely to be another Mando-heavy episode, where he reunites with Grogu before joining Boba Fett at the end of the episode to prepare for the battle against the Pykes. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a new video. I'll see you all next time.